we are going to connect with the management. We are being joined by Ashoka Buildcon, who is the CFO. We are being joined by Paresh Mehta, who is the CFO of Ashoka Buildcon. Paresh, hi, good afternoon, and thank you for joining us today at ET Now. Firstly, on to the results. This time, a good set of performance coming in by the company, where your margins has actually improved and now coming in at 27%. What's the outlook on the earnings, and what is the order book outlook looking like?
Thank you. Thank you for having us. The year has looked good. We have achieved a turnover of 4,800 crores, which is around 20% up vis-a-vis last year. Our margins on consolidated basis have also improved, though at the standard levels, they are as per our predictions. From the order book perspective, we are on the highest level of order book since we started off. We are at almost 40,500 crores of order book as of date, and we see a good inflow of order book coming in the coming year also, with a lot of HAM projects and other sector projects on the high side.
Can you just talk to us about what's happening in the entire EPC pack? On one hand, order flows are coming in thick and fast, need for infrastructure is growing, but on the other hand, supply issues of steel, cement, prices, labor, all is getting expensive. How are you managing?
So, just to put in a perspective, there are two types of contracts. One are contracts which are escalation embedded. So there is an escalation clause where it's a pass-through. So most of the cost increase is being absorbed by the employer, which is generally the government, which is NHI or the other agencies. So from that perspective, these contracts may not have a larger impact, and execution would be definitely good in those contracts, and bidding also would be quite competitive in this sector. So, but the contracts which are where escalation clauses are not there, definitely challenges will be there, and we'll have to bear this period where the high costs are persisting. We believe that over a period of time, once the geopolitical situation improves, we will have price stabilization and some relief on the inflation part.
Okay, but Mr. Mehta, what we understand is the company is actually focusing on reducing your debt levels as well. On the consolidated level, it is still at an elevated level. We understand that it is because of some of the projects being stuck. But what's the outlook going ahead? Where do you actually plan to take this particular debt level to?
So, we on a consolidated level, we have almost 6,700 crores of debt on our books. Of which we already have entered into projects. So this debt is majorly due to project financing at SPV levels. And of these projects, almost 3,000 crores of projects we have already signed off with potential buyers, namely KKR and NAV, wherein the debt will go down by almost 3,000 crores. And then we have almost 2,000 plus crores on our HAM projects, which as and when they get completed, we intend to hire them off. So the intention is to keep the debt levels under control by hiring off and selling off these projects. At the standalone level, our debt is hardly 480 crores, which is vis-a-vis our net worth of almost 3,000 crores, is comparatively very substantially low.
Okay, Mr. Mehta, lastly, would like to ask you on two things. Firstly, what's the outlook on the margins? Because you just touched upon the inflation levels going forward. The steel prices and the other input prices are going to cool down, expected to cool down a bit. Any impact that you will have because of that? And along with that, what's the outlook on your railway business? Because you have recently entered that. How's the order booking looking like? And how big then this could be for Ashoka Buildcon in the times ahead?
So on the inflation side, definitely with a sight of probably something cooling off, the margins would be maybe 1% or lower than our expected margins of around 11 to 12%. So there we believe that we will not be having a substantial stress on the same. and accordingly, we should be easily sailing through.
Okay, with this, we'll let you go on that, Mr. Paresh Mehta. Thank you so much for joining us and sharing what's the outlook on the company and the earnings as per now. But now let's